literally saw someone within an hour of announcing there were submissions, someone went out and got a Fortnite's tattoo on their arm.
True
that was
story.
a thing that was tweeted out to me within 1 hour of announcing.
Shout out to that guy.
I just don't, the dedication, the love. Bush Bandits,
He's an Army veteran
saw,
as well, so big shout out to that guy.
Yeah, yeah. I actually saw the, there was a submission for the Bush Bandits, and it was a small child who was in a bush, hopped out, and then had like leaves on his shirt, and then he had like glasses, and he was doing the dance. I was like, yo, if it was up to me, dude, you'd be on the Bush Bandits.
See, you gotta get creative. We're setting the level here. We just saw Ninja and Cypher. They are part of the Bush Bandits, speaking of which, so they are playing. We didn't see them in game number 1. Maybe they had an early drop, and not the best initial. That's
right, man. Rift Raiders as well. I mean, there's just an unbelievable lineup of players here competing in each of the clubs. Now, here's a fun fact. You know, we actually had an internal draft of people. That's how these clubs came to be.
I'm so glad you shared that, because I wasn't sure if you're
going to. I kind of talked to Arctic about it, and I was like, look, I'd like to talk about this. Can we talk about this? And he was like, yeah, of course.
Oh my God, amazing.
I mean, again, shout out to Arctic. That guy is incredible. He's literally one of the nicest people I think I've ever met. But yeah, we actually had like an internal draft, and so it was like people were picking where they wanted the teams to go, and players to go. And
these guys know their stuff, by the way. Skyless, we have Cam, Sundown, Lumen, Arctic, etc. that did that draft. Yeah. Skyless actually predicted before the finals at PAX West that Aiden was going to get top 10, which he did, I believe. So that man Skyless knows his stuff.
We call him Nostradamus because he can see the future.
Also incredibly bright guy. Yeah. So there was a draft at Epic Games, and they literally, like backyard football style, picked their teams for who's who. I wonder who was who this. I wonder who Arctic. They're probably not going to disclose that.
That I don't know. Yeah. That's hard. I don't know that I could get away with telling you that because you know I'm not going to tell you which team I had, which is actually no teams. I'm very disappointed.
I'm sorry,
I didn't get to draft.
Next time.
I was doing Fortnite Fall Skirmish stuff, so there was no way I could be there. But yeah, I mean, with the Fall Skirmish, man, it's big. It's badder than ever. There's so much to do. So many people are going to walk away with something. We hope you guys at home are enjoying the action.
I'm just glad that CDN the Third is on the Dusty Dogs.
Is a Dusty Dog?
Yeah, because he is the king of Dusty.
The king of Dusty.
And he's showing it. Represent the Dusty Dogs. If you're a CDN the Tenant fan, make sure to show some support for Dusty Dogs. Let us know your allegiance. But we are kicking off game number 2 here. And speaking of standings, we'll get you guys an update as fast as we can. But as of the end of the EU standings, we had Bush Bandits in first place with 530. Dusty Dogs 395 points right now. So Bush Bandits and Dusty Dogs leading the way.
And, you know, it's fun to talk about is the fact that, like, whenever we get our placements, right, and people are earning these club points, let's say, hypothetically, Rift Raiders, an entire squad of Rift Raiders takes, like, all 10 spots. That's all those points going to Rift Raiders. So literally at any moment, the standings are going to change. We're going to see the standings change during the week as people are competing during the trials. I mean, there's just so much to do. There's so much action to be had, and it all ends at TwitchCon.
Amazing.
Dude, it's going to be an awesome journey. I can't wait. But look, Liquid, again, landing at Wailing Wood. So didn't they used to, I believe have they always landed Wailing or they, no, okay, it's always Wailing, and then Myth used to always land Lonely Lodge.
Again, Aiden, no nickmercs in Tilted Tower.
Where is
awesome.
nickmercs?
Hashtag where is Miss nickmercs? Like, where's Waldo?
Dude, Greasy Grove is a hotspot again. I believe that's where he is.
Yeah, we'll see in a little bit. Of course, 72 hours also on Bush Bandits, by the way. So they're in first place as of the EU standings. And guess what? They have 72 hours. They have Ninja, Cypher, some amazing talent here in North America. So Bush Bandits in a great position to hold on to that first place spot. And look at that.
There he is.
nickmercs and Greasy again.
Woo!
We have a new nickmercs here today, my friends. And he is looking to take his throne as the king of Greasy Grove.
Dude, so Saint is here. Myth is here. And I believe to his left is
Courage.
Okay, so Pupper is there. Yeah, there you go. Courage and Typical Gamer.
What a stacked city.
Yeah, this is scary. I would leave if I knew. If they knew what we knew, I would bail.
if they knew what we knew, luckily they don't. And guess what? That means we're gonna get an awesome breakdown of action here. Nick versus Myth versus Courage. Can you believe it?
Wow. And it looks like they're actually disengaging.
Yeah, interesting decision here. They should have all the confidence in the world, too, if I'm Courage after that performance in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, they show up, and like you said, they dropped a bunch
what's going on here? nickmercs on PC. I'm confused.
No. Oh. No.
Oh, spectator client.
Yep. So this is part of the spectator client. Yeah,
I was about to say, that's why he's not tilted. It's not nickmercs.
No.
Never mind.
It's
not
fake
starting
mercs.
rumors. It is nickmercs. The spectator client is what we see. We don't see their gameplay.
Yeah. It's just like a slight visual bug there. But don't worry about that. It's all going to be fixed, and it's all going to become better. But yeah, man.
Nick is still playing on console with the controller.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do. Double barrel in his hands right now. He loves that weapon.
So literally everyone bailed from Greasy. Look at the team. They're they must have rifted because they're moving fast. Wait, someone else is coming back.
Is that Myth?
Oh, that's Pupper's teammate.
Wow.
Pupper's teammate is like very rapidly moving toward Greasy Grove.
So interesting situation. Myth, Courage, Saint, all typical gamer, all rotate outside of Greasy. It's like they don't have confidence against the console gang and nickmercs over here. I don't know.
That's a good question. I mean, you got to assume once you see a player here, they're probably going to come back. Maybe they're just opting for like early rotations. You talked a lot about that. Yep. I mean, okay, because look, check out the circle, dude. You got to, you got to move.
That's a great point. Yeah, good breakdown there. And yeah, in chatting with a lot of these players, almost every single one of them opts for a passive early game with an aggressive mid game or when opportunities arise. So that's going to show right here with the very intelligent plays to back out to reset and to value your life.
There's still 91 players in the game.
Wow.
There is 91 players in this game right now. Hogman taking shots from Laquan. Beautiful. Just a beautiful man, that Laquan.
That's for sure. And inside and out.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, like, as we sit here and kind of, like, move through players, I find myself thinking back to PAX. And I didn't, unfortunately, get to meet all the players. I really wanted to meet as many as I could.
If you guys see Zeke in an event, go say hi to him, is what he's saying.
Absolutely, please. I would love to meet all of you. You guys, I think you guys are just, everyone in the competitive community are all impressive people. And Hogman specifically, we're about to go live, and he was, like, walking somewhere, and he was just like, "Hey, Zeke," and I looked over and I saw him. I was like, "Oh my God, Hogman!"
That's awesome.
And then he was going somewhere, and we were about to do like a cast or something. And I was like, "Man, yeah." I thought it was. I mean, I was.
Like I say, I've heard that Hogman attends local Fortnite tournaments and shows up just for the fans. I heard he went to a local Fortnite Fridays tournament at his store in Dallas and showed up and participated, hung out with those guys. The fact that he takes the time to do that says a lot about him. I know Envy Sketch of Team Envious did the same thing. Big shout out to Envy Sketch, repping Team Envy.
Whew. Even Nate Hill, man. I got to meet Nate Hill, and like for me, I was like awestruck. Like people are like, "Why? Like we should be awestruck of you?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude. You guys are legends. The honor is mine."
Amazing. You are the face of Skirmish.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Monster D-Face. Great people. Speaking of faces, Monster D-Face against FaZe Yellow. Yellow, a recent addition to the FaZe clan. Gonna get tagged up here. Nice shots from Monster using his right-hand advantage, but he's gonna get hurt. So in a world of pain right now is Monster D-Face. No heals to his name though. He's gonna rely on his teammate. Look for that number 33 if it exists. I don't know if I think he might be alone.
He goes for the edit. Oh, cannot follow up though. Jared FPS takes him down.
And Jared representing Mixer as a platform. He's a Mixer streamer and content creator. He's going to get taken out as well by One Shot Girl, I believe. Hezi TV.
Yep.
We talked about him before. Young man from Chicago looking to make a name for himself.
So now Hezi TV and Reverse are going to hone in on One Shot Girl, so we'll watch the kill feed there. But look at Margosi. He is, it's Ghost Aiden.
I love it. The winner versus the mayor of Tilted Towers from Summer Skirmish, PAX West Finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is going to go down here? He goes for the play.
Oh my goodness, Ghost Aiden! You are an animal against a flying Morgoth, #1 champion of PAX West Summer Skirmish, and Ghost Aiden hits the shot, ice in his veins, and connects for the elimination. Well played from Aiden.
That was absolutely incredible. Aiden completely slaying out. Just typical Aiden. This is another day in the life of Aiden. He just wakes up and slays out. That's
it's unbelievable. One of the most accurate Fortnite players in existence is Ghost Aiden. Well played from him. What a story he is. If you're not following that man on Twitter, you absolutely have to. One of our top Twitch streamers now. The man had less than 1,000 followers on Twitter before PAX West. Now he has over 40,000 followers. It's just an amazing, amazing story. And he deserves every bit of it.
That is actually impressive. I mean, I actually did get to talk to him, and he's a super sweet dude. But taking a look at the current scoreboard, Heroine's there. One Shot Girl we see is down as well. Over to Hezi TV. So this is back in Paradise Palms. So they did manage to clean up. Yeah, they managed to clean up One Shot Girl. I just noticed there's a now entering Paradise sign. I don't know why I've never seen that before. I guess because I land like on top of the hotel and I like try to do my best to hold down.
You and I both
try is a keyword there.
You know what? Paradise is low key like a secondary Tilted Towers. It's a fun fight. The buildings are similar. I love Paradise Palms. If you have not landed Paradise Palms in a while or ever, in the chat, I recommend you check it out.
I also like there's a place very close by that a lot of people have different names for it. I call it Pueblo.
Pueblo. Yeah, we agreed to that when we cast the PAX West. I'm the same.
Yeah, I love Pueblo, dude. I go there. Yep.
Yeah.
I go there every time.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't go there ever.
Every single time. If you want to fight and eliminate this man, go there. Meanwhile, Port of Fortress, Parallax of 100 Thieves. Big shot to Nate Shot and the 100 Thieves organization against Courage of Optic Gaming. Nate Shot's former organization here. Big 1 versus 1. As Parallax does have height advantage. Typical Gamer a little bit trapped here with the storm approaching. It's dangerous.
Parallax is engaging Courage JD, and look, so Courage was near Parallax. He opts to disengage, moves back toward his teammate. I mean, yeah, you don't want to face off against Parallax and Kenneth. But look, Popper and Hogman are here.
Oh boy, big fight here. 100 Thieves versus Complexity. Parallax gonna miss the first shotgun shot, and Villanane picks up 1. But ultimately, you look at the building, defensive building, and the grappler disengaged from Parallax. Well played from him, and he's gonna live to see another day here as Hogman is touched up.
That was disgusting. Utilizing the grappler to literally change elevate. Oh, okay.
What?
Okay. Oh, it's up. Oh gosh. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Parallax is actually a Dusty Dog, so if you're a Dusty Dog fan, you need to be blowing up the chat right now.
With the emote, especially. How did he survive the rocket, I want to know? What a play.
I believe it hit the space behind him.
Which I thought with splash damage would hurt him.
No, not. Like, there was another space behind him. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't clear.
He's in a good spot here. Meanwhile, Typical Gamer and Courage, speaking of good spots, sitting with height advantage right now. Courage still alive. Look at this fight. Multiple layers, multiple orgs. Parallax takes out 1. That's going to be Pupper. And he gets the elim. Meanwhile, Hogman takes out Kenneth.
It's literally a 1v1, but Courage...
1v1 between Hogman, Parallax, and Typical Gamer, I believe, in this one.
Well, Courage is still here. He's down below. You can see, looking at the top right. Yeah, there he's up.
There
he's
it is, 2v1. Yep, I think we did see Parallax get taken out.
Hogman effectively has like 103 HP. Maybe. Maybe.
Unbelievable. Wow. That's a great breakdown of plays right there. 37 seconds left till the circle, and the storm will be collapsing.
Nice.
And there's the disengage coming through. Courage and Typical Gamer have been playing very smart with their disengages.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's definitely the smart move here. It's like, especially because the storm is going to come in 20 seconds. Just bail. You need to make your way. Look at where the circle is. It's all the way over by Gus. You have so far to run.
Yep. And Villanane takes out 1 at the bottom left of your screen. And here's the thing, I agree with you given the circle and the timing. But if you didn't have the pressure of the storm behind you, I think you take your 2 versus 1. You got to know the numbers advantage. You got to see at the bottom left of your screen that Parallax got taken out. And you got to know, hey, we're in a... Oh, no, Parallax still up. Yes, he is. All right, so it looks like Kenneth and Parallax are both alive. Are good to go.
I guess they must have just disengaged that fight.
Yeah, I thought Kenneth got taken out, but I think they're good. So, interesting. United, 100 Thieves, both still alive.
There's 69 players left in the lobby. I just don't understand how this is happening.
Wow.
There's so many people left alive. Got Ashton, Jack, Creo.
Yep. Ghost Bizzle and Demo. Is it Demo as well? Still alive. So everyone shows a lot of respect. A lot of the pro players, especially, even Poach and a lot of these folks I was talking to, kind of mentioned Ghost Gaming, some of the most mechanically skilled players in terms of how just aggressive they are all the time, and it shows. Let's see what Demo and Bizzle can do. Speaking of talented, United, Ashton. On board with him right now. Look at this circle. So many people alive and starting to collapse towards that last circle, which will be a Paradise Palms finish.
I freaking hope so. Look at this guy, Nate Hill, the legend. I love this guy so much. He's just a completely consistent player.
Oh, it's Ginger Pop.
No, it's, Ginger Pop.
Yeah, very consistent. One of the most consistent we have, actually. What a story he's had. You know, really the rise of fame with FaZe Clan. First off at the Ninja Chicago event, which he took first place, and really he's been performing ever since at every summer skirmish after.
Yeah. I mean, he's just an awesome player. The likes of Annihilus as well.
She's amazing too.
Yeah. We saw her during the summer skirmish. She played a lot with High Distortion. Man, she is a phenomenal. She's also a controller player. She's phenomenal.
Is she a controller player?
Yep.
I had no idea. Annihilus. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
I knew she was great. I thought she was a PC player, though.
Ha! There you go. That's how good she is.
Exactly.
Got him.
Tricked me, Annihilus. Well done. Speaking of High Distortion, we just saw him on our screen as well. He's still alive. Rogue 00 Flower still alive as well. So we got some big names here. Ghost Bizzle, Ghost Thieves.
TSM Myth was lost in the storm. Ooh. FPS takes down Pookie Face. Tyler's takes down Liquid Chap and confirms elimination. Liquid 72 Hours takes down Tyler's. Wow. There's so much happening. We've only gone down to 62 players. Fallout, I don't understand.
I love it. I don't understand. I don't get it, but I love it.
I love it.
Fun to watch so far. On board with Annihilus. 62 left in this one. This is only match number 2, by the way, as you see on your screen. We got a lot of great Fortnite coming ahead. 6 matches today. Each match awards points. Leader in points gets club points at the end of it all, and a nice cash prize pool.
That's right, man. King Richard over there with Chica live. All right, so now we've got our new safe zone. It's not terribly far away, but you need to start making these rotations. Look how many players at the very edge of the storm inside retail. I mean, even taking a look at the mats, right? Phase replay is looking pretty good. Ammo count looks great. Health looks pretty good.
Look at this. He's opting not for the grappler. Phase replays. He was part of Phase Clan. He should be going for 360 no scopes. No,
I agree. No, I agree with 100%.
With the grappler in your hands here, not going to take it.
That's right.
Keep an eye, though. They're actually right next to King Richard and Chica Live. So I believe our 2 co-ed teams. There might be more than 2. But 2 of our co-ed teams in this one right next to each other here. We might see an engagement.
There it is, the launch. And look, this is within the gravity zone, so you're going places if you do this. Bouncer while in gravity zone. Whew. Look at this
NRG Zate. So much respect for this player. And what a story he has been. He is a funny dude, by the way, as well. Phenomenal individual player. Let's see what he's doing here. I think he's teaming with one of the Envy boys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep, it's going to be Envy Linane. So Envy Linane of Team Envy. Gorilla's also alive, I believe. Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, the duo as well.
Look at that. Punisher and Nibs up top. I mean, there's so many people here.
And Zate's on my Lucky Llamas, who I'm rooting for here. So let's see what you can do, Zate. All eyes on you. Courage, of course, of Lucky Llamas. nickmercs on Lucky Llamas as well. We got a pretty stacked Lucky Llamas group, if I say so myself. But currently sitting at 4th place as of EU standings. Ghost Thweefo, not Thief. Ghost Thweefo currently with Monster rotating over as well.
And now this is time. We got to start moving. It's going to be a minute and a half before the storm overtakes this entire zone. Someone in the back goes down there. Looks like Liquid 72 Hours takes out Flame. And look, Chica Live is there behind. Thweefo is mid-air taking shots. That's crazy. I love these grab zones, by the way. They are so much fun.
A blast. An absolute blast. We all remember Summer Skirmish in PAX West and how awesome that engagement was, where people are flying through the air. And now we get to see a little bit of a teaser of that as well. The FPS of CLG, Counterlogic Gaming, pushing up, approaching Ghost Gaming. So we got some powerhouses here in this one. Courage, of course. I'm not sure if he got taken out or is still alive. We'll keep a close eye on it. 72 Hours, though, still in this one.
Man, he took a big hit there. High distortion. He's dropped very low. Thweefo basically has 32 HP. I mean, that's not much.
He's playing so aggressive for how weak he is. If he gets tagged for 1 AR bullet in the head, he's done for.
I mean, it's really not that. I mean, that's an occurrence, right? You just you look up, you see someone firing out of a box or 1 by 1, you just take a shot, and it's like, oh well, I guess I just eliminated a player. Cool.
Here is Thief. So FaZe Clan, big 1v. Look at Thweefo pushing this 1 versus 1, and he has almost like an 1/8 of the health that Thief's had. Now it's about equal. What a performance from Thweefo so far. I mean, I don't know about a performance, but the aggression. You like to see it.
I mean, typically, man, if you play aggressive, it's either going to go 1 of 2 ways. It's going to go really well or it's going to go really bad. And Thweefo is making everything work to his advantage here. Again, with 32 HP, might I add.
High risk, high reward, I think is the best definition of that. 32 HP, like you said. 34 HP, sorry. 33 HP. Sorry, math. 30. Tough.
Wait, 32? 33.
33
okay.
HP.
Math is hard.
Yep, difficult thing. Wait, look at this. nickmercs still alive. We haven't talked about him in a while. And he has a double barrel shotgun to his name.
And a grappler.
No assault rifle, though. So he's opting for the double barrel only play here.
Well, he's got the burst rifle.
The burst, yeah. But he can't switch directly to that burst. Oh, no, not going to matter. Look at that.
I don't know what that was. I didn't see it. I didn't see any of it.
Me either.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a rips in the chat, please. So sorry, nickmercs.
Rips to the M-Fam. But 1 match 2. We saw him start slow at Summer Skirmish and have a killer game number 5, I believe it was, at Summer Skirmish, where he popped off and secured himself an in the money placement. So Nick down, but certainly never out.
Look
Drunky,
at this.
gonna get 1. Brother of Dakota's, aka Dark, as mentioned. Ghost Saf and Ghost Ghoul, the duo here as well. Bizzle's gonna knock out Liquid Strafes between the duos.
Look how many. Creo takes down Annihilise. Tempo is here as well. Back over to him. 72 Hours takes down Chica Live. High Assertion takes out Monster.
This is a replay, actually.
Oh, that's right.
That was in the past, as we're watching what Tempo did with some beautiful splodes action. Look at that. I think that's a double limb for Tempo with splodes, and then we're going to stick on board with him as he has the hot hand right now.
Look how many people are still here, man. 45 players. No, so I like this circle because there's a small chunk of it that is like overlooking the cliff there. That's hard to build against.
I feel like every time I look at the bottom of my screen, I see an Envy name pop up as they've been playing well.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen here. VV Punisher takes out C9 Top Boy. A lot of fights, a lot of action at the bottom left of your screen. Keep a close eye on that as you're watching if some of your favorite players are still in it. On board with Jailmock and Tempo, the FaZe Clan duo. We're going to jump on board with Hamheart.
Hart is a great player. Look at this, utilizing that grappler to very quickly jump over to loot. He still has 7 more. There you go. Okay. Whoa, the builds here.
What is the DPI guy plays on?
I don't know. He's so fast.
Look at the edits, too. Clean edits. I like what I'm seeing from Hart so far. Meanwhile, a couple kills. Our eliminations to be picked up for Envy Gorilla gets taken out by Pog. Jack of E United takes out Rogue 00 Flower. So Rogue is currently downed and out by Jack. Shivzy out as well of Cloud9. Let's get jump on the board of Jack here as he's performing.
He's trying to close in here. So his teammates very close by. Man, that stink bomb is putting in work. There's a quick edit there, and Hey I'm Hart finds Bo!
Look at a pure 1 versus 2 for Hey I'm Hart, and he takes out both of them. What a play from Hart. A pure shotgun in your face, 1 versus 2. Unbelievable stuff.
He just man-moded them. That's crazy.
That was amazing. Well played. You don't see that very often.
27 players left. Oh, so the circle is now moving back inland. Oh, yeah. That makes me sad.
Well, you're hoping they're going to have to build over water?
Yes.
Does that happen? Is that a thing? Is that possible?
I've never seen it.
Me either.
So I hope it is. That'd be cool.
It'd be like you have to create an island for yourself at that point.
Yeah.
This is like Bob the Builder or something.
Something like that. And now look, he's got the double barrel that you saw they had a rift to go. So we got Harrian's crowd out. Exhaust, it looks like he's by himself, so it's pro. Nibs and Punisher up top, at least on this half of the map. We've got 30 seconds before the Storm decides to move again. Man, it's starting to come down to the wire here. There's still so many players. 27, especially as now, like, because of where they are on the map, the way they have to move is basically all together, right? You see kind of there's one of the yellow triangles up there on that mountain. He just has to jump down. But everyone else is very close near each other by Gus.
Yeah. Like what I'm seeing on Nibs, though, really smart play, just holding their high ground. They're, of course, going to have to rotate pretty far, I believe. But they have a rift. Oh, look at that, yeah, rift to go. They'll be in a safe spot. They can have a late rotation if they want, and then they can actually jump someone who has high ground. Instead, they go for a somewhat early rotation, and now they get to just decide where they want to land here. Important communication is key right now to make sure they land in the same spot. But if I'm them, I'm jumping right on top of Jay Cuddy and B-Sox. Oh, 100%. Take that high ground right from them. They're going to do exactly that here. Here comes the builds. Big fight about to go down. They're going to miss the opportunity to get high ground, and now that might cost them as Jay Cuddy and B-Sox in a good position to hold that high ground.
Now look, there's catacombs built down below, so they just dip down and they start to replace walls as they can because they don't own any of this.
Yep. And to explain what that means, you want to destroy opponent walls, which are red, and build your own walls to gain possession of that wall, which means you can edit through that, and really that gives you entire control of that area in fights. That's exactly what they're going to do here. Well played from Nibs and team. Meanwhile, a couple fights breaking down elsewhere.
See someone go down there, down to 25 players. And again, man, here in 45 seconds, we've seen the Storm circle. The new safe zone is shifted. It's down south, so players are going to have to navigate. Luckily, not against the mountain, because typically when players move against a mountain, the mountain wins 99% of the time.
Yeah, it's for sure. I would have loved to have seen that opportunity to take out Jay Cuddy, who's performed really well at PAX West himself. Instead, they missed the jump by just an inch.
Yeah, you saw he very quickly like put up a 1x1 in their face and was like, nah.
That's a nice thing. I think it's really balanced. Great audio balance there for when you're rifting or jump padding. You can hear it coming from a mile away, which I think is
something. Yeah, I mean it's all about balance, right? It's like
balance,
sure you have this mobility tool, but everyone knows that you're doing it now.
Exactly. On board with Brush. 25 people alive, and the rotation's coming through. Look at this. No. They have to get going. They have to get going quick. The Storm's right behind them. I expect that 25 to diminish really quickly, much like we saw in game number 1 here. Any minute, Brush getting stuck and tagged up from behind here. That might be his life.
Look how close everyone is right now. They're just desperately trying to move into the new safe zone. We're down at 24. Funk Bomb has gone down to Ghost Bizzle.
Bizzle still alive. Let's see what he can do here.
Ghost School takes down Nate Hill. Fallout.
So the Ghost Squad in a pretty good spot here, showing up once again. We saw them go huge at PAX West, and they're doing it again. E United's Amaze gets taken out, so does Dimes. Good night, E United in match number 2. Let's see what Ghost Bizzle can do here. Such a smart player, such a great mechanical player. He is just difficult to take out.
And now we are still at only 19 players. We've only lost 6 players, and now we have to move back into the Storm.
Yeah, crazy.
I believe someone just got knocked by Storm. I think they got launched. I think someone sent Punisher into the Storm.
Yeah, think that's what happened. And Ghost Biz on a pretty bad spot here, and he just knows how to get out of horrible situations. Let's see if he can do it here. It's going to be pretty tough to do. Look, everyone has high ground over him, but somehow just manages to stay alive again. He's low on mats, though. Take a look at that. Only about 350 mats total.
Ghost Sap gets knocked down and eliminated. Look at this, there's players. Oh, he's against the mountain. This is what we talked about. You have to move up the mountain. You cannot just try. I mean, if you start slipping down the mountain, there's no way. That's it. You're going to be eliminated. Especially when the storm ticks for 10 now. It's going to be rough. Incredibly true.
Zoof was very vocal about what he learned at PAX West, which was mats. You need to have mats for late game, and this is a prime example of why. I think it's going to be a matter of resources here. Whoever can outmat the other team can maybe potentially win this. Jay Cuddy in a good spot to do that, as they do have high ground. Vape Jesus right now, currently mid-ground, tunneling up with his teammate. In a pretty decent spot here, trying to regain possession of everything they possibly can. Will they drop here? Look at that, Ghost School literally right below him. And they recognize it. It's going to be Zexro that picks up an elimination on Ghost Ghoul. Well played from Zexro, the teammate of Vape Jesus here.
And now, with the storm, they start moving again. The players are dropping like flies here.
Demo.
9 remain left. Cuddy's still up top with the high ground.
Easy money for Cuddy. Look who's still alive. It's Symphony, the winner of match number 1. Jay Cuddy in a great position to win this one. Symphony gets taken out. That's Demo who gets at least a double and is still alive. Demo is popping off right now.
It's just Demo.
Demo, it is. 2 versus 1 here. All up to Demo. He is tagged up. He is hurt in a very tough position. Rockets at his face. Not much he can do here. Let's see if he can make magic happen as Demo's going to get taken out. Well played by B-Sox and Jay Cuddy. And keep in mind here, they were this close to getting taken out by the Rift from Nibs earlier on.
That was incredible. Well played from them. They maintain that high ground, and man, they show up here. Let's take a look at this replay here. I mean, wow. That was super close. So one thing we're noticing, we're observing is like these lobbies, man, there's so many players still left alive. And then toward the end, we had what? It went from 25 players down to 19 players, down to 15 players or something like that, then down suddenly to 4.
That's crazy.
The action, dude.
Yeah, that's a great analysis and a great breakdown. And, you know, it's really interesting. We saw a strong contrast. We thought there'd be a strong contrast in EU versus North American play, but we're seeing a lot of the same things happen in terms of those late games, a lot of the same build fights, a lot of the catacombing, and ultimately, one thing we have not seen on the North American side, the use of shockwaves or the use of porta fortresses in those late games to gain ownership of the cover and to really, really give yourself mobility, possession, and control.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious as to why. I mean, we've seen people that have porta fortresses in the inventory, but I feel like they go down before they have an opportunity to use it.
Not holding it for late game either. We saw it used early on a couple times.
Yeah. Ah, man, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, it's tough.
And you're a fan.
We don't.
You're a huge fan.
Yeah, I called it out earlier in that. So if you don't know, you mentioned it. When you own a wall, you have edit rights, and so at the very end of the game, people do this thing called tunneling, where they just build one by ones, like literally connected to each other.
And that's when we saw them breaking walls and gaining possession.
Exactly. So if you drop a porta fortress is like a massive grid, and it basically just eats everyone's stuff around you and puts down your porta fortress, and you have edit rights over it, so you can literally change the walls. We actually saw the likes of Kinstar. They dropped from the EU scene. They drop a porta fortress, and someone's running around. They make an edit on the wall, and they take and find another elimination. Like,
huge. And we saw Nibs and co spending what? It took them at least like 3 minutes to get 10 walls up. That porta fortress gives you at least 80. I wonder what the actual square footage is.
It's a lot.
At least 60 pieces of cover immediately to your possession and edit rights. Look at this play from Aid. Gosh.
This guy, man.
Unbelievable.
He is actually terrifying. I'll be honest. I see him in my nightmares.
Yeah, it goes to show. A lot of people think that you got to make those hero plays, make those Twitter clips with the grappling gun. Sometimes you can play too aggressive. Right there, cost more cost. Beautiful plays from Tempo.
Man, what do you hope? So what has impressed you so far coming out from the NA scene?
Yeah, I've loved what I've seen from Symphony. 2 games in a row, placing top 3. So they're in a good spot from a point standpoint. But one thing I'm really loving is the storylines. The amount of sheer storylines that we have in North America, you know, is just unbelievable. Of course, we had a lot of gameplay. PAX West Summer Skirmish helped us build some of those stories. And if it wasn't for Summer Skirmish, not many people would know who Ghost Aiden is. But the addition of these storylines and really the storylines being told here throughout have been just amazing. Nickmercs not going Tilted Towers. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. It's just been really awesome to see so far.
Man, well, what do you guys at home think? Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know how you're enjoying all the action. Make some predictions. Don't forget, by Game 4, you have to pick a club. Do it.
That's what we established. With the European scene, we said you got to start picking your loyalties. So what we recommend as a best practice, is find the players you like, maybe you're a fan of, and then maybe gain some loyalty or some allegiance to that club. Yeah. Either way, no matter how you do it, or if you want to submit and be part of that club, you gotta claim your allegiance. Tweet at us and let us know on Twitter using hashtag #FallSkirmish which club you're rooting for the remainder. You can't hop clubs, by the way. That's like saying I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. you can't do that because they're winning. All right?
I'll find you.
Pick your allegiance now. We're gonna track you down on Twitter. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and obviously don't forget to make submissions and whatnot. If you want to be part of one of these teams, let us know which one, why, and make a proper submission.
Yeah, completely agree. I'm going to flip it back to you, man. You asked me what I've liked so far. How about on your end? What are you seeing on the North American side or the European side, and what's been some of your favorite parts of this fall skirmish over here in North America?
So in EU, I really appreciated the use of all the tools. We kind of talked about that toward the end of the broadcast there. I appreciate that they're using the likes of the grapplers. We've seen a lot more shockwave grenades. They prioritize shockwave grenades a lot. Yeah. We've not seen anyone in NA use those, so that's kind of different. I hope we see something swapped up there.
Yeah, that's a great point. And not only shockwave grenades, we saw the EU side, and maybe it was just a coincidence with a couple people we watched, but we saw them really, really prioritize passive items. We saw, which you never see this in the North American side, we saw someone holding, I can't remember who it was, a med kit and 14 bandages using 2 inventory slots to hold heals. We saw them prioritize. We saw someone with a pure mobility inventory slot and loadout, which included a rift to go and 2 shockwave grenades, I believe. I mean, it was just ridiculous, the amount of utility that was carried by Europe that you haven't seen yet on the North American side, which I know you're a big fan of a lot of those tools.
Yeah, man. We got to learn some things. Okay, we still have, what, 4 games left to play, so take notes. I want to see some things impress me. And then tweet at us so we can watch it and just lose our minds later, because that's totally going to happen.
Maybe it's a North American thing. You know, we have a shorter attention span. We want to fly at people and make some hero plays. I don't know if it's a cultural difference, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're going to do some psychoanalyzing and figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to throw it to a short break, so stay tuned. We have more action coming your way in just a moment. We'll see you soon.